Good afternoon. There's not a whole lot I need to say other than the fact that, we're disappointed. Obviously, we didn't get the job done. Obviously, the other team was better prepared. We came out and I know you're wondering how does it happen. I am too, and we give up a big play to start the game. We're going to find a way to get it fixed. I don't have the answer right now at this point, but it's coming, and we've got to play much better, and we're capable of playing much better. But give San Jose State they did what they needed to do. They were well prepared. With that, I'll start taking questions.
Raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you.
I guess just had the kind of combination of no pressure on the quarterback and then the receivers all open underneath. Kind of what happened on that? You feel?
Well, they did a good job getting rid of the ball quickly, and it's hard when it's it's all, not all, but a lot of quick game. It's coming out quick, and receivers did a good job of running routes and getting open and getting the ball. I think we made some adjustments at halftime that made it a little bit better for us, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and we didn't get anything that we didn't expect, to be honest with you. In terms of their attack, we knew they were going to get rid of the ball quick. The quarterback was going to get it out of his hands. We knew they had a receiver coming back that's a dynamic player, and so there's not anything that we didn't know. We just didn't play well enough, and we didn't coach well enough. And when I say we didn't play well enough, that's not, understand this. It's not putting it on the players. It's on me. We got to prepare. We got to prepare them, and we got to have them ready for every situation that can happen. And we didn't do a good enough job of that.
Chief, I mean, you've obviously been at A&M recently enough that you probably recruited a lot of these guys, obviously coached them or got to know them on the other side of the ball. Kind of emotionally, what does playing A&M mean to you?
Well, really, I mean, it's the next game. And certainly, I'll say this, in my time over there, I was treated very well as I could be treated. A lot of good people in the administration, that were and did a tremendous job, but it's just the next game, and that's what we're looking forward to. And we got to go prepare, and we got to be at our best because they're a very, very talented football team. There's no question about that. We've got talent. We've got talent. I'm not going to compare the talent, but we got to be prepared, and we got to have a great week of practice. It got started yesterday, and we got some things accomplished, and I think. We'll have a great practice tomorrow, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take the best preparation we've had all year.
Chief, what have you seen difference between Kellen Mond of last year and Kellen Mond of now? And your game plan against them last year, man, held them below their averages and pretty much across the board. How did you do that?
Our guys got ready to play, and listen, that means a lot. You can have a great scheme and. If you guys aren't ready to play, but our kids were ready to play. We kept it simple, and that's what we're trying to do now. But as far as Kevin Mond, he's a talented guy. He can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his feet. He's got a great group of receivers that are been around there for a while. They know what to do. They know how to get open, and he can get them the ball. So, it's going to be a big challenge trying to, get him where he's not so comfortable. Because if he's comfortable back there throwing, then he can make anybody look bad.
Coach, as you said, you played better in the second half, made some adjustments stuff. Were you surprised, given that on the last series when you guys fought back, tied the game, that they kind of went down the field without much resistance?
Well, there's a couple plays that happened, 2 back shoulder throws. And, there's a couple plays before that, and then we got a back shoulder throw and, moved the sticks pretty good. And then we got another one, and they were in field goal range after that. And, those things are going to happen. Am I surprised? Yeah, we didn't expect that to happen. We expect to make plays, but obviously, either we didn't have the right call or somebody didn't execute, and that's what happens, you know. And it's not the first time. And when you've coached for 42 years, you've seen it before. And you know, it hadn't had many like that, but I've had enough that I understand that, you know, when certain things align, it's going to happen. And you know, we got to be able to get the quarterback off the spot. But even with the back shoulder throws, he was getting rid of it pretty quickly.
Coach, do you think attitude coming into the game was an issue? They did look more frenetic in the second half, and what was the message at halftime?
You know, I'm not even going to talk about, you know, attitude. Our kids, you know, we got to mature. You know, maybe, and I'm just saying maybe we were a little immature. I don't know. I don't know that for sure. But our kids have had a great attitude. They prepared well last week. Certainly, you know, we can say if we wanted to make excuses, and I'm not going to make excuses. Heck, it's my responsibility. I can say, oh, we just didn't, you know, we were flat. No. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. You know, could we have competed better? Could we have competed in some situations and done it with more discipline? Yeah, we could. But again, as I say, and I'm not making excuses for anybody, that goes back to what you get done in practice. And you know, we're sitting here after 4 ball games, and I'll be quite honest with you. You know, it's a frustrating situation for our head coach to look at our defense. It's frustrating for me because we need to be playing better, and we got to get it done in practice. You're not going to just walk out there and play better. We got to get it done in practice, and we got a list of things that we're going to get done, and hopefully it's going to help us, you know, play better. Not going to give you that list, not going to talk about it, but we got things we got to get done in practice with a sense of urgency, you know. And it's not a good time, but it's not necessarily a bad time. But it's not a good time to be a defensive coach because we've got to have that sense of urgency. We got to get it done. We can't. Hey, where we are, we can't allow it to continue to go that way. We got to get it turned, you know, and we got to play better. Listen. If you lose a game because somebody's better than you, okay. You know, we don't like to lose. We hate to lose. But when you don't play well enough and you got an opportunity to, then, you know, it kind of grinds you a little bit. And I hadn't slept very much, you know. I hadn't slept very much, but, you know, because I care, not because I'm afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of anything except snakes and heights, okay? So I'm not, you know, I want to help this program get to where it needs to be. And by God, we got to have the sense of urgency right now to take it there.
Yeah, Chief, I think before last season you said you preferred to be upstairs, you know, calling plays, but then I know late last year you went down because the defense was struggling. I guess you stayed on the field. Would going upstairs, have you thought about that? Maybe just getting a different viewpoint, if that's something you prefer anyway?
Yeah. We've thought about it, and you know, I could be upstairs this week.
You got Micah Smith played a number of snaps for Brooks in the second quarter. It looked like. What'd you think of him? What'd you think of Jamario Bell coming back in the D ends?
Well, you know, I thought Bell, you know, gave us a little bit of presence in terms of an older, mature guy, and you know, I think Micah, you know, played okay. You know, we had a bad play or two, but I thought he did a good job, and we got to continue to push the envelope. You know, we got to find out, you know, who our best 11 are, and we're auditioning all the time, you know, and I'm not saying there's going to be drastic changes, but there could be some changes in terms of who, you know, who's out on the field, and you know, we're not just going to sit there when it's not going good and not try to make it go good.
Just your overall take on A&M's offense. What impresses you about them? What they do well?
Well, they got a tremendous amount of talent, and you know, certainly offensive line. They've got some maturity there, you know, and they look like an NFL offensive line. Running backs are solid. You know, they've had an injury, you know, where they lost one. They're always going to have tight ends that are involved, you know, in Coach Fisher's offense. And they're going to throw the football, and they know exactly what they're doing, You know, they know if they know what coverage you're in, they know how to beat it. And don't sit there and believe that there's a coverage that can cover everything. They're not. They know how to get in the right offensive play, and they give the quarterback an opportunity to check the plays based on what he's seen. Thank you.